Welcome to today's dictation practice lesson designed specifically for A1 to A2 level English learners. Dictation is one of the most effective ways to improve your listening skills, spelling, and overall understanding of English sentence structure. In this lesson, we'll work through 50 carefully selected sentences that cover essential vocabulary and grammar patterns you need at the beginner to elementary level. Before we begin, let me explain how this lesson works. I'll read each sentence 3 times. The first time, I'll read at a slow, clear pace so you can understand the overall meaning. The second time, I'll read at the same slow speed, giving you time to write down what you hear. The third time, I'll read at natural speaking speed, which will help you get used to how native speakers actually talk. After every 10 sentences, we'll have a short pause so you can review what you've written. Make sure you have a pen and paper ready, or you can type on your computer or phone. Don't worry if you miss some words at first. This is completely normal and part of the learning process. The key is to write what you hear, even if you're not sure about the spelling. Remember, making mistakes is how we learn and improve. Our sentences today will cover everyday topics like family, work, hobbies, food, and daily routines. We'll start with shorter, simpler sentences and gradually move to slightly longer ones. Each sentence uses high-frequency words and common grammatical structures that you'll encounter in real-life conversations. This progressive approach helps build your confidence as you move through the exercise. At the end of this video, I'll show you all 15 sentences with the correct spelling and punctuation. You can then check your work and see which areas need more practice. Pay special attention to any patterns in your mistakes. Maybe you struggle with certain vowel sounds. Or perhaps you find it difficult to hear word endings. Identifying these patterns will help you focus your future study efforts more effectively. One helpful tip for dictation practice is to read your sentences aloud after checking them. This reinforces the connection between what you hear, what you write, and what you say. It's also beneficial to practice these sentences again in a few days to see if you've improved. Many successful language learners do dictation exercises regularly as part of their study routine. Remember, the goal isn't to get everything perfect on your first try. Even advanced learners sometimes struggle with dictation, especially when sentences are read at natural speed. What matters is that you're actively engaging with the language, training your ear to recognize English sounds and patterns, and building the mental connections between spoken and written English. So grab your writing materials, find a quiet place where you can concentrate, and let's begin with our first sentence. Listen carefully, write what you hear, and don't forget to enjoy the process of learning. Ready? Now, let's start with our first set of 10 sentences. Remember? I'll read each one 3 times, first slowly for comprehension, then slowly for writing, and finally at natural speed. These first sentences focus on simple present tense and basic daily activities. Sentence number 1. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. Listen again as I read it slowly for you to write. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. And now at natural speed. I wake up at 7 o'clock every morning. Sentence number 2. She likes to read books in the park. Here it is slowly for writing. She likes to read books in the park. Natural speed. She likes to read books in the park. Sentence number 3. They are studying English together. Slowly for writing. They are studying English together. Natural speed. They are studying English together. Moving on to sentence 4. My brother works in a big office. For writing, brother works in big office. Natural speed. My brother works in a big office. Sentence 5. We usually have lunch at 12:30. Slowly. Usually have lunch at 12:30. Natural speed. We usually have lunch at 12:30. Halfway through our first set with sentence 6. The weather is cold and rainy today. For writing, the weather is cold and rainy today. Natural speed. The weather is cold and rainy today. Sentence 7. Can you help me with my homework? Slowly. Can you help me my homework? Natural speed. Can you help me with my homework? Sentence 8. There are many people at the bus stop. For writing, There are many people at the bus. Natural speed. There are many people at the bus stop. Sentence 9. I need to buy some milk and bread. Slowly, I need to buy some milk and bread. Natural speed. I need to buy some milk and bread. And our 10th sentence. She goes to the gym 3 times a week. For writing, she goes to the gym 3 times a week. Natural speed. She goes to the gym 3 times a week. Excellent work on completing the first 10 sentences. Take a moment to review what you've written. Check for any words you might have missed or any spelling you're unsure about. These sentences introduced common time expressions, daily routines, and present simple versus present continuous tenses. Now let's continue with sentences 11 through 20. This set will include some past tense sentences and questions, helping you practice different verb forms and sentence structures. Sentence 11. Yesterday, I watched a movie with my friends. Slowly for writing, yesterday. Watched a movie with my friends. Natural speed. Yesterday, I watched a movie with my friends. Sentence 12. Where did you go last weekend? For writing, where did you go last weekend? Natural speed. Where did you go last weekend? Sentence 13. The children are playing in the garden. Slowly, the children are playing the garden. Natural speed. The children are playing in the garden. Sentence 14. I have never been to Paris before. For writing, I have never been to Paris before. Natural speed. I have never been to Paris before. Sentence 15. Would you like some coffee or tea? Slowly, would you like some coffee or tea? Natural speed. Would you like some coffee or tea? We're making great progress! Remember, if you're finding some sentences challenging, that's perfectly normal. The variation in tenses and sentence types is designed to give you comprehensive practice. Keep writing what you hear. And don't worry about making mistakes. They're an important part of the learning process.